I'm Richard Gerver. I am a former head teacher. I gave up that job about 11 years ago, not because I was fed up with it, not because I hated working in education, but opportunities arose for me. And for the last 11 years, I've had the good fortune to travel the world, working both inside of education and possibly most pertinently outside of education, exploring the challenges for future skills, future behaviours, future attributes. And that's what brings me here today. I think the really important thing is to understand that the traditional education system was designed to prepare children to step into lives of certainty. So whatever level they were at, whether they were technical, whether they were academic, whether they were sporting, what we did was prepare them for certain routes. If you like, jobs for life. You get yourself a job or you work in an industry, you get your head down, you do that well. The traditional idea that it allows you to have a mortgage for a home, you build a pension, you get to go on holidays, it gives you security, right? And that's what we were taught. What you find now in a very different, fast-moving, exponentially changing global environment is you see a world where that security doesn't exist anymore, that certainty doesn't exist anymore. And so one of the fundamental challenges for us in education is how do we go about preparing our children to exist in a world that is far less certain, that is going to be exponentially changing, which means those young people are going to have to be entrepreneurial, flexible, fleet of foot. They're going to have to remain curious and creative enough to keep learning new skills and new environments and about new opportunities. And so we have to look fundamentally at how we start to introduce that into our education system. And for me, the opportunity for schools to join this organisation is paramount, because so much of our time as educators, and particularly as school leaders right now, is taken with just surviving the challenges that school leaders are facing right now, be it funding, be it overburdened curriculum, be it high levels of testing and accountability, that we desperately need a place where school leaders and senior educators can come to look beyond that day-to-day of their job and start to explore, exemplify and share how we genuinely prepare young people for the future and create that world-class education. So it's a breathing space, and I would urge any senior leader in any school to get signed up to Schools of Tomorrow and start to become something and part of a movement that I believe in the long term can make a substantive difference to the future of our kids.